Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of AnglersChannel.com video. We got our Pro Staffer Rob Digh with us once again. It's Wednesday, October, is it 23rd today?
Yes, sir.
23rd. That means in 3 days, we're going to be down at Lake Murray again for the CBC, Carolinas Bass Challenge Championship. And Rob, as we've talked about all year, it's probably one of the top 2 or 3 team trails in the country. They averaged, 175, 200 boats a tournament, depending on which division you were in. The payouts were phenomenal this year. They gave away a boat at each regional, plus like 8,000 or 10,000 for second place. They're giving away another boat at the championship this weekend, plus some really, really deep cash payouts. I mean, it's the culmination of a trail that's really changed the landscape of team bass fishing.
Yeah, it's been a great trail, John. They've been drawing good crowds all year, and Brett Collins just does a great job with it, and been going some really good lakes, and looking forward to going down to Lake Murray. And the fishing's been kind of up and down there, but we got some cool weather coming in, so maybe that'll activate them a little bit, and hopefully can find some fish that are biting. I've heard the fish have been really shallow, and they've been extremely tough to catch. And there was some other tournaments in the past down there, and 17, 18 pounds has won it. So, I'm going to say 35 pounds for 2 days is going to be a good weight.
That's right, because it's a 2-day event, so you got, you figure 125 to 175 anglers, depending on if everybody shows up. But bottom line is the reward is going to be significant for the anglers that finish in the top 10 of this championship. Robbie Murray is tough. We covered the Buckeye Lures Lake Murray Open last weekend. Winning weight was 18 pounds, second was 16, third was 12. But what was really interesting to me down there is I heard a couple things over and over again. Couldn't find any schooling fish, and that if you went deep, you were pulling up 1.5 pound dinks, which is very unusual, and that makes it tricky.
Yeah, and the water's been, we really hadn't had any cool weather, John, until now. So, it's going to be a good weekend to be out there, and the fish have got to start biting sometime. So, and there's going to be a lot of fish caught. Like I say, it's going to be 175, maybe 200 teams. So, a lot more boats on the water. Going to be, all kind of baits thrown at them. But I think the bite's going to be shallow, and, like I say, 35, 36 pounds a day is going to be a good weight for 2 days.
Yeah, no, you're right. 35, 36, 2-day total will probably get you going home in a new $30,000 boat motor trailer package. And as we said, Brett Collins has done a phenomenal job. Heck, Foothills Marine's done a great job. Marshall's Marine's done a great job. It's a big-time trail, and they've already got some things lined up for 14, which sound pretty good. But let me give everybody an example of what this trail's done. We just engaged with the Alabama Bass Trail, which is put on by the state of Alabama. They kick off their tournament season in February, early February on Lake Guntersville. They're guaranteeing $10,000 cash for first place for every single tournament. Now, where did this $10,000 number come from? It came from this trail, because they started it 2 years ago, and if they got over, 150 boats, sometimes first place was $12,000, $13,000, $14,000, plus the $5,000 incentive if you're in a skeeter boat. So, I mean, the payouts on these team trails really have gone crazy.
It has, John, and 90% of the time you can stay at your house and fish these tournaments, so your expenses are really low, and it's even if you don't win, if you get a second, third, or fourth place finish, you're still bringing home $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. Right. So, it's a good payday. It's a great way to go out, get your buddy and go out, and it's just a great way to make money. And because there's a lot of ways you can make money fishing now, and with these team trails, they've just boosted it up. It's a great deal.
They really have. All right, now I'm going to put you on the spot here. We know the fish are going to be shallow. At least they have been. The lake turned over 3.5 weeks ago. So if that pattern stays the same and they are shallow, what do you got to throw to get them?
Well, it's going to be a combination of spinnerbait and a jig, and maybe a little top water. With this cool snap coming in.
Top water to this point has been negligible.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys are throwing it shallow, John. They're buzzbait's a great lure to throw this time of year, and definitely going to be throwing one around. But they're calling for 32-degree temperatures on Saturday morning here in Charlotte. Probably be, 38 or 40 there. So it's probably not going to be the thing to throw early in the morning, maybe up in the day if we get some clouds. But I would say a jig and a spinnerbait is going to be the two main lures that I'm going to start out with. They're big fish baits, and if you get 5 or 6 bites on them, you got a chance to win. So I'm going to go after the big fish, and I'm going to stay with the jig and spinnerbait.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll see you down there on Sunday. That's the final day, and we'll see all the cash and the boats and everything else being awarded. Best of luck to you, buddy. It's been a good year, and to everybody going down to Murray this weekend for the CBC Championship. And, folks, we'll see you next week.